Hello, Palisades students and families, and welcome to week 3 of the Palisades Morning Show. I hope everyone is staying safe, healthy, and positive during these times. Do not forget that Safe to Say is still available to help you in any of your needs, regardless of school now being virtual. Before we start, I have some quick announcements to share from Mr. Heffernan. Congratulations to senior student at Palisades, Kate Warner, for receiving honorable mention in the Bucks County Women's League of Voters contest. Another congratulations to Mrs. Amy True, who was awarded a $500 grant by the Pennsylvania Association of School Retirees based on her proposal and application. She will receive a $500 grant to purchase virtual goggles for her classroom. In regard to Decision Day 2020, during a normal school year, on May 1st, we would have announced our seniors' post-secondary, military, and employment plans for next year. We will still be having a special Decision Day recognition in early June, since decisions are still being made due to everything being crazy right now. Attention non-traditional seniors looking for employment. Shriner Tree Care is looking for students who like to work outside and are interested in a full-time position/internship. Find more information in an email sent from Ms. Mednes. Be sure to check out Mr. Heffernan's weekly announcement for more information on yearbook, portfolio, acquiring working papers during this time, and more. Keep it up through online schooling, Palisades, and enjoy week 3 of the Palisades Morning Show, where we will begin with appreciating all of our amazing teachers and staff for Teacher Appreciation Week.
Huge appreciation shout out to all of our science department teachers, whether it be through labs or experiments. Thank you for all the time and effort you put into making our learning experience fun.
Thank you to all the art department teachers for being so supportive and energetic and bringing the creativity to the school.
I would like to give a quick shout out and show my appreciation for all of the teachers in the language department. Madam Nyman, Profe/Monsieur Otero, Senora Davis, and Frau Schalpf. You've all done so much to teach me about my love of language alongside touch the hearts of so many students. Thank you for all you do. You are so
This
appreciated.
shout out goes out to all the amazing teachers in our math department. Thank you for everything you do, and we appreciate you guys.
Happy Teacher Appreciation Week to the English department of Palisades High School. You have taught us what it means to be a true hero in the Odyssey, pursue justice and To Kill a Mockingbird, and the strategies it takes to write a compelling speech in Julius Caesar, and well, to read Macbeth. You have taught us not just to read words on a page, but to look for a deeper meaning in just about everything. From novels to haikus to motion pictures and plays, you have inspired your students to always try their best and carpe diem. Happy Teacher Appreciation
I want to give a huge shout out to all the teachers in the business department. You've definitely touched the heart of myself and so many other students. And thank you so much for helping us get out of our comfort zone, try new things, and teaching us how to be successful in the future. We appreciate everything you do so much. We miss you, and happy Teacher Appreciation
We would also
Week.
love to thank all of the teachers in the special ed department. They always make sure that all students have the best education and resources. We all appreciate you so much, and thank you so much for everything you have done for Palisades High School.
I would like to give my huge shout out and appreciation towards the gym department and the music department. Mr. Klein, Mr. Hasty, and Miss Rude, nothing but good reviews for you guys. I know that I've had Mr. Klein and Mr. Hasty, and it was just a blast to be in that class, and I really did learn a lot. And same with the music department. I've had Mrs. Williams all 4 years of my high school career, and I know that Mr. Maldonado and Miss Kumpf are working super hard, and just much appreciation towards you guys. Thank you.
Drew here again with the weather. Today it'll be rainy with temps in the low 50s. Tonight, temperatures will plummet to freezing, leading into a cold day tomorrow. Sunday will be sunny and warm again, followed by a chance of rain Monday. The rest of the week will return to average spring temperatures and sun. Have a great week, Palisades.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Joe with the Sports. I'm Joe, and here are the sports this week. So the KBO, or the Korean Baseball Organization, that has actually opened up their baseball teams and are ready to start playing again. Obviously, they have new rules and regulations out, one of those being that no fans are allowed to attend these games. Obviously, they are live, so you can watch it at home, but no fans are allowed. However, there are some stadiums that are going to start opening up to allow with a bare minimum of 20% attendance. Obviously, that will build up, but the MLB is hoping to follow their footsteps to see like how they're going to be regulating to take care of the quarantine rules and the guidelines. Some new news in the NBA. So there are rumors going around that the NBA is going to start opening up facilities for players to go and train at. Now, of course, no fans are allowed to be here. There's only going to be a minimal amount of staff, and not all of the team's full members are going to be there. They're only going to be there for a certain amount of times so that everybody can get it in, get the ball training in, and get out. The Lakers are also hoping for a full reopen by May 16th, which sounds like a stretch, but that is what they're hoping for, and The Last Dance continues this Sunday at 9 p.m. Now on to the NFL. The NFL released a full schedule yesterday at 8 p.m. Now, unfortunately, this is recorded before that, so I can't tell you what that schedule is exactly. However, if you are curious to see what the schedule is for how who's going to be playing who, you can always search up that schedule. It's on the NFL website and on other websites as well. But yeah, that's all I have to say. There's not a whole lot of news going on, but I hope that you guys have a lovely weekend. I hope that you stay safe out there, and I will be seeing you next week.
Hey, what's going on, Palisades? Maddie McGovern here with your entertainment news of the week. As you may know, this past Monday was May 4th, also known as Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Get it? So I thought I would do something that was Star Wars themed. This is going to be me rating the Star Wars movies. I am a totally new Star Wars fan. As some of you may know, my boyfriend, Joe Worthington, is not a new Star Wars fan whatsoever. He is a Star Wars fanatic. So I thought it'd be funny or kind of interesting to compare our ratings of the Star Wars movies to see like if we have anything similar or if we're completely different. Just want to also preface this with saying that I really do enjoy all of the Star Wars movies. Except for one. There's one I really just don't like at all. I just think it's boring. But yeah, anyways, let's just jump into it. Okay, so at the bottom of the pyramid, this is the one I do not like whatsoever. It's not like, I enjoy it, but it's episode 1, The Phantom Menace. There was one scene that I literally fell asleep to, and it's just little baby Anakin racing in a car, and I swear it goes on for like 10 minutes of the whole movie, and I fell asleep. I really did. Next up, for me, it's episode 8, The Last Jedi. I really think it's a great movie. I think it's entertaining. I originally thought that this was like such a good movie, but then I was like, I rewatched it, and I was like, this does absolutely nothing for the whole plot of the sequels. So number 8 is episode 8. And at rank number 7 is episode 2, Attack of the Clones. This one I think is a really easy plot to follow, so it's great for me, somebody who just sometimes doesn't even know what's going on. But it just doesn't match up against the other movies, I think. Number 6 is episode 7, The Force Awakens. I really love the sequels, but I know some people do not think like that. They think that the sequels are the worst thing to happen to the Star Wars franchise, but I love Rey, and I love Finn, and I love Poe, so that's why I sort of humbled myself and put it down there, but I really do like them. Then, coming in at rank 5 is episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. I love the snowy scene. I really think it's a good plot, but the ending is kind of sad with Han Solo. Not that I'm not a sucker for sad endings, but it just has to be there for me. So episode 4 comes in number 4 for me. I know it's the one that kicked off the whole franchise, and I should respect that, but I just don't think it matches up against my top 3. And coming at number 3 is episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I know I just said I don't like sad endings, but this movie is just great. Okay, number 2 is episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. I know people don't like the sequels, but I love this movie. I live for it. It just came out on Disney Plus, so you already know I've been watching it. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. Obviously, it's number 2 for me. So yeah. Then number 1 on my ranking, drumroll please, is episode 6, Return of the Jedi. I watch this movie specifically just to get to the ending. With the little Ewoks, and you know, like Anakin comes back and he's all like in a ghost form and Obi-Wan's there. Perfect. Beautiful. Great ending to the original movies. That one is my number 1. Darth Vader saves Luke. Perfect. Okay, so that is it for me. I'm gonna pass it on to Joe, who is a Star Wars expert. I know it's really hard for him to rank these. I always ask him like, oh, what's your favorite? And he's always like, they're all great. So I'm really anxious to see what he's gonna do. So yeah, let's pass it on to him, see if we have anything similar. All right.
Hi everyone. Obviously, you know that I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so Madison asked me to help her out rate some of the Star Wars movies. Now, when I do this, I just want to tell you that I do not have any hate, any bad remarks towards any Star Wars movies, but I'm going to be ranking them from my least favorite to my very top favorite. My very least favorite will probably have to go to Star Wars movie number 7, The Force Awakens. The only reason why I say this is because I feel like when this movie came out, it was a little redundant of episode 4, A New Hope. The only reason why I say that is because a lot of the storyline kind of follows the same details, but still love it. Still, it's a great movie. It opened up a whole lot of new characters and started a great trilogy. Next on the list is probably going to be Star Wars The Clone Wars. A bunch of people have a bunch of hate for the prequels, but I love the prequels. I think they're great. The only reason why I say this is just because out of all the movies, this one involves the most politics and doesn't really involve the most storyline. Now, there's a lot of storyline that goes on, but it's kind of hard to follow for most people, and it's really difficult for people to wrap their heads around everything that's going on.
This one, I think, is a really easy plot to follow, so it's great for me, somebody who just sometimes doesn't even know what's going on.
Next on the list, I'm going to put episode 1, The Phantom Menace. The only reason why I say this is because I feel like the movie, when it first came out, there was a lot of new details and a lot of new content for people to understand. So it was a real big shock, and that's probably the biggest reason why a lot of people don't like the prequel. Next up, I'm going to put is The Last Jedi, which is episode 8. The reason why I say this is because Star Wars had actually had different directors between movie number 7 to movie number 8, so it was kind of hard for them to follow the same storyline with 2 different ideas. However, this movie has a lot of interesting details like the planets, the people that they're facing, character building like Kylo Ren and Rey. We kind of get to see a different side of Finn. Next up is episode number 5, which is The Empire Strikes Back. Now, this episode is really cool. It has a lot of details about, obviously, we learned that Luke's father is Darth Vader, which is super awesome. It obviously blew a lot of Star Wars fans away, including me when I first saw it. The only reason why I put this one here is because, like I said, kind of with the Clone Wars, this kind of has a lot more intricate details in it between movie number 4 to movie number 6. We kind of see the rebels running away. But yeah, a really good movie. Alright, so coming in at 3rd place, I am going to place episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker there. Now, a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me on this. The only reason, no, not the only reason, but the reason why I'm saying this is because I really think that trilogy was great. I really thought it was awesome how they had Rey be Palpatine's bloodline. I thought that with Kylo risking his life for Rey was awesome. How they were like connected. It was awesome, and we got to see so much good come out of that trilogy, and so much of the loose ends tied up. But there was still a lot of loose ends that weren't tied up. That's up for us to interpret by ourselves. So that's also great.
Okay, hi. Just jumping in here, Maddie here. Joe forgot to rate episode 6, which is Return of the Jedi, and he texted me and told me he wanted to make that his number 3 and move Rise of Skywalker down to 4th place.
Coming in at number 2, I am going to say it is episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This movie was totally awesome. It obviously has probably the greatest battle scene in all of Star Wars. Great storyline with how Anakin becomes Darth Vader. It really shows how awesome Obi-Wan Kenobi is as a character. It's just a great movie. Coming in at number 1, I'm going to put episode 4, A New Hope. This was the very first Star Wars movie that came out. This is the one that kicked it all off. It literally has every aspect of Star Wars that you could want. It's really a great movie. Like, even if you don't like Star Wars, even if you don't want to watch the whole Star Wars series, you could just watch episode 4 and be totally content. That's my list. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Everything Star Wars. But yeah, that's my opinion.
To recap Joe and I's top 3 Star Wars movies, mine were Revenge of the Sith, Rise of Skywalker, and Return of the Jedi, and Joe's were Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, and A New Hope. Thank you guys again for tuning into this week's entertainment segment, and I will see you guys next week.
Hey Palisades, we hope you're doing well and enjoyed week 3 of our Palisades morning show. Make sure you tune in every Friday for a new video and for updates on what's happening in our Palisades community. Have a great weekend, Palisades!